My name is Luis. I'm from Colombia, from Revista Cine. So nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. That's so cool. I wish I was there with you.
Thank you, thank you. Michole, I would like to start with this question. I always like to start with this question is, what was like, what attracted you to this show? What make you say, yes, I want to be in this production?
The first thing was the writing. So, it came off the page with ease. And the language came easy. And, that's a sign of good writing when the dialogue just kind of flows and it makes it easier for you to remember your lines and all these things. So it just flowed. And I just connected to who she was automatically. So that was really the very very first thing, and then it just all got bigger from that. Really learning about um, more about Black Mafia family and who they really were, and just Lucille, and then the people that I get to work with, and um, what's not to like or love about it. you know.
Right? Yeah, no, amazing. And could you tell us, or could you share a little bit about the role of your character in the show?
Yeah, so Lucille is a spiritual matriarch. She is the quiet storm that leads from behind. She's the anchor, and she'll do anything to keep her family together.
Amazing. So, what do you think maybe was like the most difficult thing or challenging about building your character?
Um, I didn't find building the character challenging at all. Honestly, I um I had the opportunity to actually work with the real Lucille Flannery. So I had a lot of support around me with my research and stuff. And I also got to talk to Nicole Flannery, her real daughter. And then I had Lil Meech on set. So I had three different people with three, different aspects of, their story and what happened to draw from. So I just had so much information. And then I have my own history and with watching my mom, there's a lot of similarities to Miss Lucille and feels like my family as well. So there was a um, kind of this built-in understanding already. Um, so
No, yeah,
if you want to, go ahead, go ahead.
no, okay, that for sure that would be an amazing experience, like to have the opportunity to
Yeah,
interact with them, right?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was, I also had the opportunity. So the first time I met Miss Lucille was on FaceTime. And that in itself, like just seeing her face was like, oh my gosh, she looks like my family. We favor so much. And she sounds like my family. Like I'm from Chicago and they're from Detroit, and it's right next door to each other. So it's just like it was just like, whoa, like I feel like I just fit into their family, and vice versa. And getting to go there and be on the actual street and see her face to face and hug her, and it was just so emotional. And there was it was just so much. That's it was just so deep, and I'm so thankful. And then just feeling her joy and excitement about it, and her excitement about her part of the story being told, and really having people understand that these boys came from a really good family and that they did the best that they could. It's just like the neighborhood was broken, and the opportunities in the neighborhood were limited. So um so everybody did the best they could with what they had.
Amazing. Uh,
Yeah.
Michole, I mean, we know this show is very intense, with a topic that is not easy to deal,
Yeah.
which is drugs and gangs and fights. Uh, and maybe this show is a little bit different of some other show that maybe you participated. How was like the feeling when you knew that you will be part of this kind of production?
I mean, I'm just excited beyond belief. So I mean, and it's amazing to me because it's such an authentic story, and so it really is important to honor their truth, though it's loosely based on their life. But I really want to do their family justice, and there's so many more families out there like this, and even I actually experienced that when I went to Detroit, and I got to talk to a lot of different people in the community, and it's like, how did you end up in this world, doing, people that ran with BMF, or other people like BMF that were in the neighborhood, and it was just what was being offered to them in the community. And I talked to other people who came from you know a two family home, and they, people were raised right, but this is what they had, and this was the way that they had to fulfill their dreams or to take care of and help protect their family. So we're, even though there's a lot of love and all of this stuff, they're struggling hard. It's hard to make ends meet, and after a while that gets like tight and challenging. And when you're raising kids, where you can barely, afford to have enough food in the house, or and keep a roof over your head. So what do you do? And you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, yeah,
so
sure.
yeah, so, and this was what was available to them, and so many other people in the community. I heard so many stories about this, and being there, I found gained a deeper understanding and compassion, and I hope that other people will see that, and I hope that there is more support created for these communities.
Amazing. I mean, it was very shocking for you, I think, to learn everything about this story, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's, so much depth, but it was shocking and it was amazing, and just their mindset, and what they were able to create, not glorifying the um anything negative, but the mindset to create what you created and affect so many people. And I appreciated that they, whatever they did, it was still, they took the love from their home and put it into everything else they did. So it was like family, the through line of family is everywhere in this story, and I think that's really beautiful.
Amazing. Nicole, what would be why people should watch the show?
I think people should watch the show, for to be moved, to be moved, to be inspired, to be excited, to be entertained, to laugh. There's so many things that are fun and funny about the show. Like, that surprised me. It's like it just moves. It's exciting. You want to know what are these people going to do next week. Um, and I hope that people will be encouraged by it, because you see um multi-dimensional characters that you don't often get to see. So you see the whole thing. It's not just perfection, and it's not just dark places. It's like the whole thing, and I think is way worthy of watching.
Thank you.
And I think everybody will be able to pick somebody out that you like. I know that dude. I know that woman. Oh, that's like my mom. Oh yeah, they're doing that. This is so familiar. I get this. And it's fun. It's just fun. It's
Yeah,
really
for sure. We will feel like identified with some characters for sure.
absolutely. Yeah.
Well, Nicole, just to finish the interview, I would like to ask you three things. First, your favorite actor or actress. a book that you recommend, and a movie that you recommend.
Ooh, okay. I'll say one of my favorite actors. I have two. So I'm gonna say I love Viola Davis, and she's
Oh,
been a really big inspiration to me. And she's broken so many barriers in this business, and that is inspiring. And you know, especially breaking through ageism and all this, and just her work is extraordinary. And I've had the opportunity to work with her, and she also comes from the theater, which I come from the theater too. And she's such a kind and giving person, and she's a freaking badass. So there's her. And then Billy Bob Thornton. I love like his simplicity in the work. He's so simple and always so honest, and like he like does nothing but does everything, you know. And
yeah,
I had the opportunity to work with him too, um and I really love that about him. He inspires me so much. And then what are the other questions?
a book and a movie.
A book and a movie. Oh, okay, I'm gonna tell you the movie that you should watch. It's called Malignant. It's a James Wan film, and I'm in it.
Ah, for
And it
sure we
comes
will
out
watch it.
September 10th. Okay, you gotta go watch it. September 10th is gonna be in movie theaters, and it'll be on HBO Max. So watch that. And so that's my movie. And then the other thing, a book. Um, the first thing that I can think of that's crazy now is A Course in Miracles. A Course
Mhm.
in Miracles is there's so much depth in that, and that's been you know, I can like pick up that book and turn to any page, or just ask a question and say, you know, this is what I'm going through right now. And I'll turn to a page, and it'll be like so much information of what I need right now, right in that moment, to move forward or to drop in. And it's so deep. It's always so deep. Like I'm like, and it hits me in my gut where I'm like, okay, this is what I need to do to move to the next place and really keep an open heart. And I take that book with me now wherever I go.
Fantastic. Well, Nicole, thank you so much for your time, for sharing all your experience with this production. And I wish you the best with the production and with the movie.
Thank you so much. And I wish you the same. You have such a beautiful energy about you, and you're such a light. So
Ah,
I
thank
thank
you.
you. It's been a joy connecting with you.